Hello. The Divine Code reading for October 1st, pages 231 and 232. We're in the chapter Objects Offered to Idols and Decorations of Idols. Topic number 13. Priest clothes that they wear upon entering their idols' temples, and decorations for them are decorations for them, and not for their idols. And they do not require nullification to make them permitted to benefit from. So the clothing that's worn by the priest. Now there might be in some rituals a connection between the clothing and the idol that might make this more strict. But generally speaking, the vestments that are used by the idolatrous priest, the clothing in a general sense would be not a decoration for the idol, and therefore would be permitted for benefit if a person were to use them for some mundane reason that might be permitted. Something that was worn upon the statue or image of an actual idol is called its decoration. Any vessels or rugs that are spread out before an idol for its decoration is likewise forbidden and requires nullification for them to be permitted for benefit. So they have if the clothing, rugs, or other things that are put out for decoration for the idol, to beautify the idol, those items are prohibited for benefit unless they're nullified, and it'll explain further on how those things are nullified. The status of the sanctification status is upon them. It cannot be used for benefit. The sanctification status, they can be desanctified also, and would need to be desanctified, because otherwise someone has an object, a rug in their living room that they have an attachment to it because it was used for the idol. Therefore, it still has the status of being used for the idol upon it. But if it's nullified, then it would no longer have that status, and it would be permitted to use the rug in a person's living room. This applies to those who dedicate wax. No, I'm sorry. Concerning the rugs in that Shulchan Aruch, Yoreh De'ah, chapter 139. Topic number 14. Flowers and spices that adore an idol are decorations for it, and it is forbidden to benefit from them or to smell them. Needless to say, it is forbidden to smell the scent of incense that is burned for idol worship. So concerning benefiting from them, see Tractate of Avodah Zarah 12b, a rose or myrtle by which they benefit from their scent. And Ron and Ritva explained there that this is because of their function as decorations. Also see Shulchan Aruch, Yoreh De'ah, chapter 108, and Tosafot and Ritva on Tractate of Avodah Zarah 12b. So as well as the rugs and the clothes that are placed on idols, flowers, spices, and incense that's placed in front of them for the purpose of creating a nice scent to the area, that would be forbidden for benefit. And smelling the aroma, particularly of the incense, but also the spices and flowers, smelling that would be a form of benefit That's one of the major forms of benefit of these items. And that's forbidden because it's being used to decorate the idols. Topic 15. A goblet that a priest used to pour wine to an idol, either as a drink for the idol or as a means of worshiping it. Or a pan that was used for burning an offering or incense, or vessels used for the idol service, and they are forbidden for benefit unless they have been nullified, unless they are nullified. See Tur and Beit Yosef, Yoreh De'ah, chapter 139, and Shulchan Aruch, Yoreh De'ah, chapter 139. Any vessel used for service of idol worship or as a decoration for an idol, which one sold or gave away as a present to a non-idolater, has become nullified. Taz Yoreh De'ah 139:8 and Tur and Beit Yosef, Yoreh De'ah chapter 139 explain that according to the opinion of Rabbeinu Yonah, Ramban and Ran, that the sale of an idol's service vessel to a Jew nullifies it. This is not comparable to the idol itself, which does not become nullified unless it is sold to a Jewish smelter, in the case of a metal idol. Rima, Yoreh De'ah, chapter 146, rules likewise. This also applies to someone that the idol worshiper knows does not serve idols, such as the pious Gentile who observes the Noahide code, since he will surely nullify it in such a case. So giving the rug to a person that does not worship the idol, who doesn't care about the idol, he's going to bring the rug home, put it in his living room, and he's going to have no fault in his mind that, oh, this is a sanctified rug. Therefore, it loses its status as being sanctified because the priest allowed it to be sold. That means that the priest no longer saw it as important. It therefore disconnected its attachment to idolatry. Topic number 16. Bread loaves that worshipers give their priest to the priest of idols are permitted for benefit. They are not considered offered items, but rather as gifts to the priests. Shulchan Aruch, Yoreh De'ah, chapter 139, and Tosafot on Tractate of Avodah Zarah 50. So the bread is, or something is given to the priest. Like here, I'm giving, the person's giving the priest bread just as a gift to the priest. The priest's going to say thank you. He's going to take it home, eat it, feed his family with it. That's not considered a consecrated item. Therefore, if he feeds if he feeds it to a pious non-Jew, that would be permitted because it was not offered to the idol. It was just given to the priest. All types of breads, crackers, wines, or other foods which are brought before an idol and then afterwards given by the priest to the worshipers are forbidden for benefit and eating as offered items. This is clear from Tosafot in Tractate of Avodah Zarah 50 and Rosh there, and Beit Yosef Yoreh De'ah 139. So in the case where the person would have to know where what process the bread came through the priest. If the priest is giving some bread to someone that, you know, a pious non-Jew who follows the Noahide code is offered bread by a priest. If the priest just got the bread, you know, through because someone gave it to him as a gift, be nice to the guy. And the priest is now being nice to somebody else. Somebody else is allowed to have the bread because it didn't go through a consecration process. The bread that was consecrated by being brought to the idol and is now being given out to the worshipers of the idol, that bread is considered consecrated and would be forbidden for benefit. So it'd be necessary to know how the bread, you know, got into the priest's hand that he's now giving it to other people. If it was through a mundane manner, a secular manner, or if it was given through a religious ritual manner. Thank you.